is carried out in the UAE in Abu Dhabi. And Abu Dhabi seems to have now issued a statement as well. However, there are reports of injuries, and that too of Indian nationals that has been reported. There have been reports earlier of people who have been killed because of the debris, fallen debris, because of the interception of drones and missiles. And in that, Indian nationals have also been killed. What is being said, according to the media office of Abu Dhabi, saying that a part of the ongoing follow-up to the previously reported incident in the vicinity of Khalifa Economic Zones, Abu Dhabi, that was caused by falling debris following the successful interception of a ballistic missile by air defense systems, and authorities have confirmed that the incident has resulted in injuries ranging from moderate to minor sustained by 5 individuals of an Indian nationality. So the public is advised to obtain information only from official sources and to avoid spreading of rumors or unverified information. So this seems to be, as far as from Abu Dhabi, from the UAE, an Indian national has also been injured because of the falling debris and the interception of the missiles that have happened. But as far as Middle East is concerned, the escalation that has now further gone up. But US service members, at least 10 of them, have also now been injured, and this has now been reported. The attack that happened on the Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. So all these are military bases that the Gulf states host. But as far as when it comes to in Bahrain, in Saudi Arabia and other places as well, these are the primary targets of Iran that has been continuously striking as far as the US bases, the military bases in the areas in its immediate neighborhood is concerned. So, Srinjoy, that seems to be the update that is now coming in of at least 10 US service members have been injured in an Iranian attack, and this is coming in from Saudi Arabia. Back-to-back updates that we are picking up because Iran still continues to hammer US military bases across the Gulf.
Yes, even today, Iran, after all these strikes, many thousand strikes, Iran still has missiles. And we hear that they decentralized authority before the war began, which means that there are different parts of Iran. And Iran is a large country. Iran is a very big country, exactly about half the size of India. So you can imagine how big the country is. India is the 7th largest country in the world. Iran is half the size of India, bigger than France and Germany combined. So it's a big country with 90 million people, and they decentralized the area. So different people control the missiles in different parts of Iran. So naturally, they have the ability to strike. They've struck the Saudis, they've struck Bahrain, they've struck different areas. Now, very unfortunate that people get 10 American servicemen have been injured in Saudi Arabia. Now,
absolutely, because as far as US servicemen who have been killed in action, there are reports of over 5 of them in the last 1 month of this escalation that has been reported, but there are injuries as well. Unfortunately, when it comes to the people who have lost their lives, also include Indian nationals across the Gulf. There is a significant population of Indian residents in that area, approximately 1 crore. And this seems to be a concern that has also been raised by Prime Minister Narendra Modi while he was speaking in the parliament. Because this is the escalation that still continues as far as marking a month of the US, Israel and Iran conflict in the region. We also now talk about the Strait of Hormuz, because that continues to remain the contentious issue, because now President Trump is of the opinion, well, if it is a slip of tongue or not, or a deliberate one, he referred to it as Strait of Trump. Now, Strait of Trump quip has now raised several eyebrows, because is it a slip of tongue or a signal by Trump? Because open the Strait of Trump seems to be a direct call that has been made by President Trump in the last few weeks after Iran has been continuously exuding dominance. Even recently, we saw the pictures of another tanker that attempted to cross the Strait of Hormuz without clearance was targeted on by Iran. But is it a mistake or is it not? Because President Trump says that accidents have with me, but this is where a Strait of Trump is something that seems to have been mentioned by the President of the United States.
Crushing Iran's currently, as we speak, I just looked, we had another big day. We hit them. They don't know what's happening. Remember this, they lied about 3 days ago. I said, yeah, we're negotiating with Israel. We are not negotiating. They're being hit so hard, anybody would be negotiating. They are negotiating. They're begging to make a deal. They're begging to make a deal. Turned out I was right. They were negotiating, which they admitted 2 days later. And in order to make up for their misstatement, they said, we're going to send you 8 ships of oil. And the following day I saw, this is 2 days ago, I saw on one of the networks, very strange, there are 8 ships of oil coming out of Iran. And then they actually said, we're going to add an extra 2. And they added an extra 2, so we had 10 ships. And then people realized we were actually negotiating. And we're negotiating now, and it'd be great if we could do something, but they have to open it up. They have to open up the...
Well, Mr. Rabindra Sachdev is connected with us. Mr. Sachdev, good morning. What are we looking at? Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, now Strait of Hormuz and Strait of Trump? Well, President Trump seems not to be denying that statement.
Oh, yes, we certainly are looking at the Straits of Trump. Once this whole region gets, organized as per the vision of Israel and America, they subjugate, Iran, then why not? There is all the chances of this being named as the Straits of Trump. And believe me, it could happen. Trump, it is said, is a taco. Trump always chickens out. In my dictionary, I have another version of taco also. Trump always carries on. So now that he has mentioned it, I'll be absolutely very much looking out that sometime or the other in the future, he will come back to it. And if the conditions permit, he's got plenty of, supporters, well-wishers, pleasers who want to please him, will move a bill or will propose that this be renamed as the Straits of Trump. Dubai would do it. Saudi Prince would do it. It would happen.
I mean, Greenland will be known as Trumpland because is he going to eye Greenland after this? I mean, but in all seriousness,
no, Greenland will remain Greenland. But yes, absolutely right. Greenland will remain Greenland. But the taco perspective Trump always carries on is that Greenland is not out of his sight. Okay, he will come back to the issue of Greenland.
Yes.
He is already moving. I mean, some of the American bases are being declared as American territory, and
so
they're identifying more of those bases.
And so is Cuba, Mr. Sachdev, because that seems to be the grander plan that President Trump seems to be having this year, because he still seems to demand that he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize because he's saving the world and bringing peace for them. Thank you very much, Mr. Sachdev, for your point of view. Well, that seems to be a statement at the time when Iran is using the Strait of Hormuz as a pressure point and has blocked it for non-friendly entries. President Trump seems to be calling the Strait of Hormuz as Strait of Trump.
They have to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Excuse me for this. I'm so sorry. Such a terrible mistake.
Well, no accidents with me. Deliberate or a jibe or a mockery or a slip of tongue. Well, you decide for that for yourself. We're going to head into a short break.